I'm back with more manga reviews. I got okay, they're in order. Dragonball Super Volume 3, 4, and 5. And can you tell from the picture? Oh, it's kind of strange how it looks though. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna flip around. There we go. Here's the better way the picture looks. Alright. So, at the end of Volume 2, we had the return of Future Trunks. Dun, 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 dun. So, we're picking up where that left off. And so Future Trunks is explaining what has happened in his future. He defeated Majibu. And let me show you guys. So here, Trunks, there's Bobby. No, Bibbidi Bobbidi, yeah, Bobby. And Deborah. So he technically didn't, like, Boo never came out, is my understanding. So there's that. And then, all of a sudden, this dude appears. It's like, wait a minute, he looks exactly like Goku. And so they dubbed him Goku Black. Because he's technically not Goku. He is a man from Universe 10 called Zamasu. He's taken over Goku's body and gone into Trunks' future because he has decided that the mortals, so like Goku and Vegeta and Bulma, like humans and Saiyans and Namekians, those are mortals. He's decided that they need to be annihilated. And why he feels this way is because he thinks humans, or mortals, I should say, will never learn. That they're always going to be, like, violent and, unintelligent, lesser than, just any adjective you can think of, because Goas, who is the Lord of Lords of Universe 10, takes him to this planet using one of their time rings right here. This is what the planet looks like. You got these kind of like weird dinosaur looking humanoid creatures. And he calls them savages. He calls mortals savages. But he sees kind of like how they're always like fighting with each other. See? Right here. And so, I skipped right up 2 pages. And so they go further into this civilization's future by like 1,000 years or so, I believe it was. Yeah. To see how advanced they become. To see if maybe they have changed. And they don't. And so Zama's is like, they don't deserve to live. They're not changing. And he feels that all mortals are like this. Although we know that, like, for example, the Namekians, if you watched either the original Dragon Ball Z series or you've read the original Dragon Ball manga, we know that, like, Piccolo and Kami and Dende and, you know, those guys that, like, Piccolo was an exception for Namex being evil. So we know that not all mortals are like that. And that's what Goas was trying to explain to Zamasu, who clearly wasn't getting it. Like, mortals need to learn to grow, and so, yeah, 1,000 years clearly wasn't enough for that planet. Maybe they needed another 1,000 years, or another. Like, look at our own world right now. We're not clearly getting it, but who's to stop some crazy deity like Zamasu from saying, oh, these mortals, look at what they're doing to the planet, look at what they're doing to each other. Like, why do they, there's Goku Black right here, why should they get to keep this planet? He reminds me a lot of Thanos in a lot of ways, although Thanos, his grandmaster scheme was not to rid the world because he felt mortals were inferior and stuff. Whoa. I'm sorry. But was to have population control, pretty much. That's why he did it. Like, he did this for population control. Whereas, but, you know, the mass extinction that these two villains had, they're very similar in that regard. And this volume ends with, so, sorry, excuse me, I don't want to end with, so Goku and Vegeta go to Trunks' future with him to help him out, and they're like, they get defeated because Goku Black is really strong. Oh, sure. And not only that, but he has another Zamasu. So the way time travel works in Dragon Ball, or the Dragon Ball universe, is there is two timelines going around. So there's future Trunkses, where the androids, you know, terrorize the Earth, Vegeta, Piccolo, Gohan, they're all gone. And then there's the one where he went back and he stopped that from happening, and so they're coexisting together. Right? So he didn't go back and he didn't change his future. His future's still the same. He just changed, like, tiny baby his future in a past, that, and so that there's two futures that are like coexisting together in a parallel timeline. Sounds confusing, but it's also kind of like very similar to what Iron Man was trying to explain with time travel in Avengers Endgame. If you guys remember that, like, remember how they said Back to the Future was, I don't want to curse in videos, just throwing it out there just in case someone's watching that, like, is younger and shouldn't hear cursing. So, but if you remember the line, remember how they were criticizing Back to the Future and pretty much any time travel movie out there. Well, Dragon Ball Z isn't like that. Dragon Ball Z is probably a more accurate depiction of time travel. So there's a Zamasu in Trunks' future, and then there's the one in, I'm gonna call it Goku's time. Right? So he's the one that takes over Goku's body, goes into Trunks' future, and then that Zamasu becomes immortal. It's really confusing unless you actually read this. It's a really interesting way to look at time travel. However, because of that, Lord Barris, right here, this guy, he destroys the Zamasu of their time, thus creating another timeline. So now there's 1, 2, 3 timelines. There's one where Goku Black takes over Goku's body and destroys his old body, right? There's Trunks' future, and then there's another timeline where Goku never gets body taken over and Zamasu's destroyed. And then ultimately, so Goku and Vegeta go with Trunks to that timeline. But they're defeated. And there's, of course, another Super Saiyan power-up. It's called Super Saiyan Rose. So it's kind of got this, like, pink hair color, although you don't see it because it's in black and white in the manga. But here it is on the cover. This is the cover. Right here, this is Zamasu. Goku Black, him in Goku's body. So the color. And then this is Super Saiyan God here. And Super Saiyan Blue. So these are the new Super Saiyan forms in Dragon Ball Super. I actually thought that was kind of annoying, to be honest. Like, oh, another form? And does that mean Goku and Vegeta can get that form? Or is that only because Zamasu took over Goku's body somehow, and therefore that's how Super Saiyan Rose was created? Or did they just want it for maybe the animation effect for the anime? They told Akira Toriyama and Toyotaro, who is the artist. So there's Toriyama, who was the creator of Dragon Ball, who started this whole thing, and then now he's just writing the story. This man is doing the artwork now. That's probably why they look a little bit different, if you're wondering, art-wise. I've noticed that too. I don't mind so much. It still looks like Dragon Ball to me. Like, yeah, I can tell there's slight differences, but it's more obvious to me in the anime than in the manga. Like, this guy's getting a lot of help from Akira Toriyama. It's like, cause he's like editing his artwork and making it, trying to make it as close to his as possible. But I wonder if they were told by like who the Toei Animation is, who is in charge, I think, of the Dragon Ball franchise, animation-wise, I believe. I don't know. I don't have a DVD with me to look that up. I know here in the States it's Funimation that has the rights to Dragon Ball, so I know that. But I think it's Toei in Japan that is the one that actually creates, they draw it and everything. So I don't know if they were like, we need a new Super Saiyan form or something, and so that's why there's so many, because they want like a cooler look in the anime. Who knows? I thought it was kind of annoying. I kind of think he should have just been able to go to the God form. I like the God form and I like blue, which is weird. But I thought, I don't know, maybe I just don't like the pink one. But yeah. But in the end, they're defeated. And so Goku's like, we need to do Mafuba, which is a technique we haven't seen since Dragon Ball, like the very first series when Goku was a little kid. And that was back when King Piccolo was around. So like, not Piccolo, but like the first Piccolo. So it's like, because he's Piccolo Jr. technically. So King Piccolo was one that was like terrorizing everybody. And so that's the end of this volume. I forgot to mention something. All these three, you have a character named Mai in it. So she also was a character in, there she is right there. She was in the original Dragon Ball series as well. She was one of Emperor Pilaf's like lackeys, pretty much. They're back in Dragon Ball Super, which is kind of weird, but they're like kids now. Where they should be older than Goku, because they were older than Goku in the Dragon Ball series. So somehow they de-aged. How? I don't know. I don't think that was ever explained in the manga so far, and I don't think it's been explained in the anime from what I remember watching. Anyway, they're there, and all of a sudden, somehow she's de-aged in the future too. So I don't know how that happened. Honestly, I think they did it because they put her and Trunks together, and you know, Trunks needed a girl. And Gohan got a girl, right? He's got himself a girl. He's got a boo, Videl. He's got a wife, technically. Videl's his wife at this point. Although I thought they were in high school. So, I don't know what happened to high school. Like, they were in high school during the Boo saga. Now, all of a sudden, they're not in high school. And they're married and have a baby. Like, what happened there? That's weird. Like, it's just like, what? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna talk, like, that's one thing I think. I don't know if he forgot that they were in high school, or if Gohan and Videl graduated, like, really early, because they literally just started high school, so that was weird. But anyways, I think they were like, oh, we need a girlfriend for Trunks, so they're really cute together. I really like them together, and I'm glad, like, they worked out the age thing for Trunks and Mai to be together. Like, it's really, they really are cute. I love him and Mai together. I think they work as a couple, actually. There's a really stupid part, though, I have to show you guys. There's a scene with Mai and Trunks, and then Goku and Vegeta. I have to find it, though. So, some people might know what I'm talking about, though. This is volume 3. Yeah, okay, I got the right one. I'm pretty sure it's in this one. So they go back to the future. Here it is. So, I'm gonna read it to you. He sees mine, and he's like, Goku, get down here. I need the senzu bean right now. What's wrong? Mine. She's still alive. So, Trunks puts the senzu bean in his mouth. He chews it up, and he's gonna kind of like mama bird it to her, you know, put it in her mouth. And Goku goes, what the? He's seriously doing something like that? Wait, you've never done it before? That's what Vegeta said. Goku goes, huh? Done what? A kiss? Of course I haven't. But you're married. What's that got to do with anything? Never mind. You're expecting me to believe, like, really? So, are Gohan and Gotenyu and Goku's kids? Are you serious? Like, he's never kissed Chi-Chi? I find that really hard to believe. Like, I know Goku's dumb, but I know he might not have known maybe at first. But I figured through all the years they've been together, they will kiss. Like, come on now. Really? Like, seriously? Like, and I can't, especially in the early days, like, Chi-Chi was very, like, affectionate towards Goku, like, before they had Gohan. And also, see, I'm so like, how the heck did she, how did she get Goku to, like, even, I'm just gonna plain say it, have sex with her to conceive Gohan and Trunks? Cause I'm just like, it boggles the mind. It boggles the mind that he won't even kiss her, apparently. I'm like, what? Are you serious? This was a stupid scene. This is the dumbest scene I've ever seen, ever. Like, in the history of Dragon Ball. Like, and I think it's in the anime too, but they're in, like, a different location. They're, like, in some underground subway station type of thing. It's stupid in the anime too. Why Akira Toriyama thought that? I mean, the fact that Vegeta's, like, more affectionate and stuff like that to his own wife, he kisses her and stuff, boggles the mind. Like, seriously, Goku, come on. Are you kidding me? You're kidding me, right? Like, you don't even kiss Chi-Chi? I can't even. How he has 2 kids, I just don't understand. Although, like, I'm gonna get to volume 5, and there's gonna be some shade thrown by Vegeta. I love Goku, I do, don't get me wrong. But reading Super makes me love Vegeta even more. Okay, so in Volume 4, Goku learns how to do Mafuba. And I'm glad they're using characters and techniques and things from the first Dragon Ball series. I think that's why I'm really enjoying Super so much, by the way. Like, I like seeing Emperor peel off for some odd reason. Like, even though he's a little kid, it's been fun. Like, like, her and Trunks, I ship it so much. And Trunks has clearly learned some stuff from his dad, even though future Trunks never got to really spend too much time with him. Most of this volume is pretty much spent, like, fighting Goku Black and Zamasu. That's literally what this entire volume is. That's pretty much all I can say about it. There's not a lot to say. Ooh. Hold on, sorry guys. Why does it keep falling? I mean, there's a lot of really cool fight scenes in here. You also get the fusion of Goku, Black, and Zamasu, and the fusion of Vegeta and Goku, which is really cool. They look different than they do typically in the anime, I feel like. Can you see? Is that just me? I could be wrong. I might have to look at them in the anime again. And you also kind of learn that the earrings, like a bit more about the earrings. I feel like, I don't know if it's Akira Toriyama decided he wanted to change the rules up, so he made it sound like Shin wasn't educated properly on it, so it's like, at least he did that though, you know. It wasn't like a big plot hole type of situation. He's like, oh, Shin just wasn't really educated on how these earrings worked by his previous master, so it makes a lot of sense there, at least, like, to cover up that, like, oh, why is it doing this now all of a sudden, you know, because, like, now there's, like, a time limit and stuff like that, whereas before you'd stay permanently fused. So, I mean, that's good. But, of course, by the way, Mafuba didn't work because Goku forgot to bring the proper seal. And although there's a funny little thing where Master Roshi apparently had a jar with the seal already on the jar. Like, Master Roshi, really? Like, they're fighting for the existence of every universe and every parallel, you know, universe that exists, and you had a jar already ready to go for Mafuba, and you forgot it. You give it to Goku, knowing who Goku is. Come on. Although, I mean, technically it wasn't really Goku's fault, because it sounded like Master Roshi put the coupon in the wrong spot, whereas he wasn't finished with the charm and stuff, and like he didn't let Goku know, wait, don't go yet, I'm not done. You know what I mean? He's like, wait, Goku, here, this is the charm. You got my coupon. But yeah, and of course Goku, being who he is, perfects Super Saiyan Blue in this volume, as we see, number 5, and we get, it is different in the anime. I don't think we had the multiple Zamasu going around here, from what I remember. It's been a while. I finished the anime way back. And now I kind of forgotten everything from this particular arc. not gonna lie. Sorry. I might have to rewatch it. I watched it in Japanese, by the way. The OG Japanese dub. I haven't had the chance to watch the English dub. Oh, I might have watched like part of the first few episodes in English. Because I had the DVD. I just happened to have I bought the DVD of the first part. I'm slowly but surely buying the rest. But yeah, I forgot to mention this, but Goku gets a little buzzer from this guy, Zeno, who's the Lord of everything. Now he's the guy that the gods of destruction and the Lord of the Lords fear. They're like, oh no, don't mess with him. Don't be respectful. Don't talk to him. Don't do anything. And you know Goku, he's got to make friends with this guy. Because he's Goku. That's who he is. And so, Zeno likes Goku. He's like, I like you. I want to be your friend. Because, again, that's who Goku is. Goku's just likable. Like, yeah, he's kind of dumb. And he's not a very good family man. You know, but he's a likable dude. He really is. And so he gets this little buzzer button to call Zeno to them, and so he pulls it out, and he's like, "Oh wait, I got this," and he calls Zeno, and Zeno's the one that defeats Zamasu in the end, but it comes at a cost. He wipes out the entire universe. So Trunks' future is all gone. However, as we see here, Pilaf has figured out a way for Trunks to go back to his actual time, but create another parallel timeline to do it. And yep, it's kind of crazy. So if you remember, like they were saying in Avengers Endgame, let's be honest, we've all seen it. I mean, it didn't make all that money without people seeing it. Come on now. So they were talking about how you had the timeline, right, and it splits like that. It's kind of the same thing going on here. So you had one timeline that's been taken out by Zeno. That's gone. And then you have two for Goku. One where his body's been taken over, and then one where his body's not been taken over. And now you have another timeline where there's going to be two Trunks, future Trunkses, two Mais, and they're going to be able to defeat Zamasu and Babidi and Deborah and all of them, and save the Lord of the Lords and Beerus and all that before it all goes up in smoke. However, Goku brings the parallel Zeno from the destroyed Universe 7, or the destroyed Trunks' future, to be friends with his Zeno. Which you might be thinking, that sounds like a terrible idea. But Goku was like, nah, this is a good idea. I'm gonna bring him here because then I won't have to be bugged and I can keep training. And Zeno can have a friend to play with. And who better to play with him than himself? Am I right? And then this volume continues into the next arc, which is the Power... Oh no, sorry, not Power. The Tournament of Power arc, and it's the start of it. So, after Trunks and Mai go to the future, Goku's returned to his life as a farmer. That's right, Goku's a farmer, guys. Here he is. And it's funny is these guys are bandits. They've been terrorizing people. Goku takes them out like that. And they clearly don't know who Goku is. right? I mean, I know like Goku's not super famous like Hercule is in the Dragon Ball universe, but do you think they'd at least remember him from being the previous winner of the World Tournament before Hercule had won? But I guess not. Oh well. So he takes him out, he gets money, and starts to go train again. And here it is. Here is where Vegeta drops some truth bombs and stuff. I gotta read it to you though. So Bulma is pregnant again. I guess they decided to have another kid. So here we go. You ready? 1 hour later. Boom! It says, "Hey Whis, thanks for waiting. Now let's get going. Vegeta, why are you leaving? Can't you tell by looking at Bulma she's gonna give birth any day now? I need to stay with her." Vegeta, you're a good guy. You're arrogant, you're prideful, but you're a good guy in so many ways. A good husband, good dad. You stick around. Why? You're not the one giving birth. That's Goku saying this. We can tell who it is, right? Here's Vegeta again. How stupid are you? If I leave to go train now, she'll never forgive me. Here's Goku. Why do you care? Look at me. I didn't even know when Gohan and Goten were born. And here's Vegeta. You may not be a bad person, but you are a horrible father. Oh, snap, Vegeta. He'd be dropping some truth bombs right now. Like, he just, like, nope. Vegeta's not having it. He's like, I'm not missing the birth of my child. Number 1. 2, you have no right to tell me what to do about being a father. You're terrible. Like, Vegeta's not lying. He's not lying. How much of Gohan's childhood did he miss? How much of Goten's childhood did he miss? Like, seriously. And then it continues. Goku's clearly not get it. He goes, huh? And Whis goes, maybe I'm not familiar enough with Earth customs to understand this. Anyways, let's get going, shall we? I'll agree with Whis there. He doesn't know. That's okay. Can't blame him. Goku, don't blame me if I get way stronger than you, okay? Just go already. By the way, do you have that By the way, do you have that delicacy called Daifuku with you? Yeah, of course. Excellent. I look forward to eating it. And here's Vegeta. He's just like, I'm definitely correct here. Definitely. Again, Vegeta, you're not wrong. If you want, I'm going to show you the scene actually. Let me show you the scene. Right there. I don't know if you can see it. And you can pause and read it yourself maybe. Kind of blurry from where it is. It's not really focusing. Sorry. But at least you can see the art. There's Goku's face right there. When he's like, why do you care? Link below here. Huh? Being called out for being a horrible dad. But he is. He is though. Goku, I love you. I do. But you're a bad dad. You're a bad dad. You leave your kids all the time. Like, I mean, I can't blame him for the one with Raditz, though. I'll give him that. Like, you know, I can give him that one. It was like, and I don't know if the Dragon Balls had been used yet at that point, if I remember correctly. No, they hadn't. But he didn't choose not to be wished back that time. It was Kami that was like, no, we're leaving Goku there to get training from King Kai. So that one wasn't on Goku, that was on Kami. Just throwing that there. All the other times ever, That's on Goku. Every time he leaves his family to go train, it's like you can train with your family and be with them to throw them out there. I'm not actually gonna throw, but anyways, he goes, he trains with Whis, and then he's like, or not even trains with Whis yet. He's just like, oh hey, what about the tournament that Zeno promised? And they're all like, no, what are you doing? But it sounded like, honestly, the tournament sounded like a better way to guarantee at least Universe 7's, which is Goku's universe, place. Or, oh wait, it sounds like it's going to be a way for them to, I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, he goes to Zeno despite Barris's warning, because Goku's not listening to anybody, right? He don't care. He does not care. He's just like, whatever. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm just like, oh, Goku, what are you doing? Although, I mean, he technically stopped Zeno from destroying, what was it? However many universes. I think 4 were only gonna make it out because they were like bored of watching 12 universes. 8 were gonna be destroyed. I'm like, 8 universes are gonna be destroyed. 8 that were quote unquote weaker than the other ones. The strongest ones were going to be saved. That's ridiculous. Just throwing that there. I mean, I guess, I don't know, Zeno's still like is a kid somehow, even though he's like probably been around since like the dawn of the time and everything, or however it works for him in Dragon Ball. But that's just crazy. And the volume ends with a kind of like a mini practice tournament, but with the gods of destruction fighting each other, and there they all are. However, they're all kind of like going after Barris because they all blame Goku for the tournament. Although, I mean, come on, again, Goku kind of like gave them a bit more time because they were going to be destroyed a little bit sooner. Also, I think it's going to give them the ability to prove that not all the universes are weak, or, you know what I mean? Like, they're stronger and stuff like that. That they can be 12 universes that can exist. Apparently there was more, is my understanding, and then Zeno had destroyed several of them, but but yeah. But he seems to be very temperamental, like a child. Which makes a lot of sense. Otherwise, he's the lord of everything. I don't know. That's very terrifying. And that's why they're like, no, Goku, don't get involved with him. Don't do anything that upsets him. Don't do this. Don't do that. But, like, although Goku is kind of like Zeno in a way, if you think about it, he's very childlike. Hence why he's probably not a very good dad. Although, again, how did he never kiss JJ? How? Akira Toriyama, seriously? Goku's never kissed Gigi? You're really? Like, or Gohan and Goten even his kids? Come on. Are they? Like, there's some other Saiyan's kids, right? Some other Saiyans survived, hooked up with Gigi, and they're really his kids, right? Oh, I guess Goten's like literally a mini-me of Goku. But still, how artificial insemination? But, I mean, if you know how that works, it's still, like, Goku wouldn't be able to. I mean, I don't know. It's crazy, but I enjoyed the Zamasu storyline. I actually really liked it. I thought he was a really interesting villain. I thought he was pretty terrifying. I thought there was a lot at stake. And I like the fact that Goku couldn't defeat him. I like that Vegeta couldn't defeat him. I like the fact that they had to call on Zeno to save the day in a way, but ultimately they didn't save the day because Zamasu was just too strong. What else? I'm looking forward to reading the rest of the manga and getting to read the tournament arc, the Tournament of Power arc. That was like a little bonus story in Volume 5 where Gohan gets to see future Trunks. The anime, by the way, is very different in a lot of ways. Like, Trunks visits Gohan beforehand. But there was a part where Bulma was like, "You're as insensitive as your father." But he didn't know. He really thought the future was peaceful and everything. Like, he didn't know that Goku Black was there and stuff. No one told Gohan what was going on. Like, y'all kept him out of the loop. Like, how was he supposed to know that the future was completely obliterated by Zeno and stuff? Like, nobody told him. Like, he's getting insulted. He's not like his dad, by the way. I don't think he says he's insensitive like his dad. That was mean, Bulma. Like, he didn't know. He genuinely didn't know. Like, he thought, like, the future was peaceful. And that Trunks was just visiting. Like, so. Oh, well. I enjoyed them. I think they're fun. If you haven't read Dragon Ball Super, I highly recommend it. Be prepared if you do read and watch the anime. There's a lot of changes, and it's a lot longer as well. Just throwing it out there. It took me a really long time to get through the Goku Black story arc in the anime. I was like, I liked it more in the manga because it was condensed, shorter, to the point. I hate when things are dragged out way too long. Like, that's one of the problems with, I think, a lot of anime series is they just make it too long. Because they want you to watch way too many, like, episodes. I think that's why I gave up on Bleach, guys. Just saying. Anyways, I'll see you in the next video. I will continue doing my Sailor Moon reviews of Sailor Moon manga. I will eventually get more volumes of Cardcaptors, Sakura, Clear Card, and of course I will get the rest of Dragon Ball Super. And before I get done, I think I will plan on reviewing Urusei Yatsura by Rumiko Takahashi. This is volume 3. I don't think I talked about the first 2 volumes, which are in there, in the closet. Sorry, I'm very fidgety, guys, I'm sorry. My legs are falling asleep. But I will review it. I'm going to have to kind of just do what I do here. This is actually like a 3-in-1 type of situation. Like, there's multiple, let's see, volumes in this, so we'll see how I handle that one. But whenever I get to work on that, I will see you in that video, and I'll see you in my Sailor Moon videos. And that's the end of this Dragon Ball Super review. See you next time. Bye, guys.